Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you ever wondered what the difference is between a chain drive and a direct drive pedal, this video is for you. So we're talking bass drum pedals today. I'm just discussing the pedal that I have and generally speaking the difference between a chain drive and a direct drive pedal. Quick spoiler alert to all of you thinking if there is any difference. There is a difference, and the difference is huge. Quick disclaimer, I have to talk about this because I am demoing double bass drum pedals today. I am by no means a double bass drum expert or anything like that. But I wanted to have a good double pedal for a couple of reasons. Number one, I wanted to start incorporating a double pedal into my jazz rock fusion playing, which is what I mainly do. It is part of the jazz rock fusion drumming language. And the second reason was more from like a technical standpoint. I just wanted to improve my left foot. I mean, I have this holistic approach about, practicing and mastering the instrument. And it just felt kind of wrong that all those years I've been neglecting one of my four limbs. So yeah, that's what I do. I've been practicing it for a couple of years now, and I do incorporate it into my playing sometimes. But again, I'm not a double bass expert. So if you want to see some fast and mind-blowing double bass drum chops, go to another channel. It's not happening over here. So yeah, I wanted to buy a good double bass drum pedal, and again, I am a Yamaha artist, so it just felt natural to go there first and see what they've come up with. And that was right about the time where the new FP9 pedals were introduced. I believe it was 2019. So yeah, and this is it. So this is one half, like the main half of the cam drive pedal, and I'm not saying chain drive pedal on purpose. I'm going into that later. I'm not gonna go into all the specific features and designs here. There are literally dozens of other videos on YouTube explaining exactly what this pedal is. Just very quickly, some few features that made me fall in love with the pedal. First of all, it has a very smooth surface, which I like a lot for sliding techniques and stuff like that. I really like the smooth surfaces. It has a long board, which is a big advantage for me because I am a bit taller and I feel perfectly comfortable playing this board here. You can tie it down to your bass drum hoop by this wing nut here. There's no, fiddling underneath the pedal and getting a drum key and doing whatever. You can just use this wing nut over here. Also, that is very great, the spring tension adjustment. You turn this knob here and change the spring tension. So there's not one screw here and another one there. And you can basically do it without leaving your drum thrones. It has some extra spurs down here for stability. Yeah, I love it. It also comes with different beater weights that you can, fit under there to change the feel of the pedal. And of course, like with any other high-end pedal, you can adjust basically anything. You can adjust, beater length. You can adjust beater throw without changing the footboard angle. You can adjust the footboard angle separately. You can literally do anything. I mean, it's very well engineered. Apparently, they worked together with their guys from Yamaha Motors, so the guys that do the motorcycles, and they drew inspiration and knowledge from them. I think that's very interesting. That's the advantage of a big company like Yamaha that does a lot of different stuff. So to cut it short, this is a very, very well-built and wonderful pedal. And yeah, for me, it's just the perfect pedal. And I played them all. I played the Iron Cobras, the Speed Cobras, the DWs, the Pearls, the Perfect Balance thing. And I've never felt as comfortable as on this pedal. I love it. And yeah, here you have the cam drive version. What is a cam? The cam is this round thing over there that connects to, the beater. And then you need some kind of link to connect the cam to the footboard. And then that link, goes around the cam and eventually pulls the beater when you press down on the footboard. And that thing, that link, in most cases is a chain. In most of those cases, a double chain nowadays. So that's why this is also called the chain drive. But it also ships, and that is also very good because with some other companies, it only comes with the chains, and then if you want to use straps, you have to buy those. This pedal actually ships with 2 straps that you can immediately replace the double chains with. So instead of the double chain, I'm using this strap here that goes around the cam. Why? It's a feel thing. A double chain is heavy, and I can only quote Jojo Mayer from his Foot Technique DVD. This point here, the cam, is not the ideal point to add weight to the pedal. If you want to add some weight, it would be better to use a beater weight or something. This here, adding weight here just slows the pedal down and makes it more clumsy and awkward feeling. And you avoid that by using a strap, which is very light. Most pedals, I think like 99% of all cam pedals, come with chains, and 99% of drummers play chain drive pedals. But that's really just because they're used to it, because it has been the standard for so many years. That doesn't mean that it's the best option. And once you're getting used to the feel of a strap, I think you're not gonna go back. I mean, I certainly won't. So yeah, that's the thing. It's a good thing. Jojo does it, Wackel does it. There are tons of other drummers who use the straps. I really prefer them, but please go ahead and use the chains if you prefer those. What you can achieve with a cam drive, with a round cam drive, what you can never achieve with a direct drive pedal is a very smooth, balanced feel. And that is when you have a round cam like this. So everything you do here gets translated very linearly to the beater, There's no hiccups, there's no acceleration or slowing down or something. It's very balanced. That's what the perfect balance approach is. You can make this pedal what DW calls accelerator pedal. You can make this off-balanced if you want to, because you have again an adjustment over here. If you loosen that screw, you can push the cam out, and then you can push it out once more. So in total you have 3 settings, which always makes it more uneven, which always makes it, accelerate more, The less perfectly circly round that is, the more acceleration you get towards the bass drum head, but the more, kind of brake effect you get on the way round, because of course it works both ways. So if you want a perfectly balanced feel, the round cam setting is your best choice. But if you want that accelerated feel, if you're used to that or you just want to explore that, you have those 2 other settings to make it less balanced. The direct drive pedal is this here. You can see it's much newer. This I just got a couple of weeks ago to experiment with it and to make this video. All the other features are exactly the same, but you don't have a round cam drive over here. You have a direct link. This is a direct link. This is a piece of plastic that directly connects the footboard with the beater. And that gives you this completely different playing feel. First of all, this can never be balanced. This will always have an accelerator effect, accelerating at some point, slowing down at another point. You can look at the curves here. So those three red curves describe the three positions you have with the cam drive. Where it says C1, C standing for chain, you see that it's completely linear. It's completely flat. It's completely balanced. And then you have C2 and 3, which are those positions where you push it further out that make it less balanced. And then the Ds, D3, 2, and 1, are what the direct drive feels like. So this gives you some hills and valleys and thus a completely different playing field. And you have those three options again here with this screw. Now I have the direct link like furthest to, this side, and then you can push it out once more and out another time. So now I have it all the way up there, which would be D3, and you can push it out once more to get to this D2 and out once more to get to the D1. So yeah, the feeling is completely different, but what are those differences and what are the advantages and disadvantages of both pedals? The cam drive can be completely linear, completely balanced. And what that gives you is a good control of the whole, beater curve. And once you're used to that, it's very easy to play very loudly. You can play with a lot of power here. And it's also very good for playing syncopated patterns. If you're not just playing like continuous 8th notes, 16th notes, whatever, but you're playing like a dotted feel, dotted 8th, 16th, something, and syncopated patterns, doubles, syncopated doubles, do-dun, 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 stuff like that. That works very well on this kind of pedal. The direct drive is, certainly you can get a lot of power out of this one. I have the impression that it is a little bit quieter, which for me makes sense because the cam drive is linear, so it just, you put the force into the pedal and it just shoots out linearly. Here you have this curve where at some points you kind of lose energy, so not everything that you push into it comes out there. But what this does is it is very direct. LOL, it is a direct drive pedal. Here, you might never lose contact between your foot and the footplate at all, because everything is so connected. Everything you do here is exactly what comes out there. And also everything that the beater does, on its way back, goes over directly into the pedal and into your foot, which is not always the case in the cam drive systems. Because this part is loose, it can create this, this kind of hiccup effect, where, the beater might come back and this might kind of jump. Everything that is done here is not necessarily transferred to the footboard. Here I can move the footboard without moving the beater. Here, I cannot do this. Everything I do down here happens up there. This is one solid linked piece. It's very direct. And what that gives you is a tremendous control over the pedal once you get used to it. Because to be honest, first time I tried it, I couldn't believe it. I had the feeling I was like falling down the stairs, I was like tripping over my own feet. It was insane. I was like, what is going on here? So it definitely takes some time to adjust. That's also important if you're considering switching from one to the other. There will be a learning curve. You will need some time to adjust. But once I adjusted a little bit to this pedal after playing it exclusively for a couple of days, I felt this strong connection with the pedal, and I felt this strong connection with my foot to the beater. Everything my foot was doing, the beater was doing. I felt this strong link, and that certainly has a lot of advantages. What that pedal does really well is it's really easy to play consecutive notes in a row. That's why, most metal drummers choose direct drive pedals. They have the direct drive, and then they have a very short beater throw, and then they kind of just tap the pedal, And you know, it goes like this. They're talking about the wiggle count and stuff like that. This will always have more wiggle count than the chain drive. And it's very easy. I mean, it's not very easy. You have to practice it very hard for hours and hours and days and weeks and years. But it's conceptually easy to play consecutive notes with the direct drive pedal. But if you want to play syncopated patterns, that's what we said earlier, that's much easier on the cam drive pedal. I mean, let me quote Jojo Mayer once again, because it's such a great metaphor and illustration of this. He describes direct drive pedals like being a saloon door that swings a lot of times when you open it. You know, like in this Western saloons, you open the door and it goes like this. That's what the direct drive pedal does. So that really works for you if you want to play like that. If you want to play da 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 da, or if you want to play da 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 da, if you want to sit on that wave and play with it, it's very easy to keep going, you know? And then he says, if you align 100 cowboys and they all want to go out that swinging saloon door, every one of those cowboys has to have the same distance to the cowboy before him and the cowboy after him. So it's like da 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 da. That's the way they can pass through this door. But if the cowboys are aligned in a syncopated pattern, like da 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 da, then suddenly da 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 da, you know, they get stuck in the door. This doesn't work because the door goes da 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 da. He explains it much better than I do, and he has all the graphic illustrations and tools to do that. But I hope you get a metaphor. And yeah, that picture that he painted there is exactly what I can say and what I experienced. I've kind of been stuck on one tempo for consecutive 16th note singles with the cam drive for years. And then I tried the direct drive, and within a couple of days, I went like 20 beats past that. So that's where the power of this thing is. If you want to play consecutive patterns, if you want to play fast and steady patterns, this is the pedal. But you know, for all the syncopated stuff, the direct drive kind of a little bit feels like it's working against me at times, you know. Again, this is always a matter of getting used to something. I'm very sure and confident if I would only play the direct drive pedal from now on, that within half a year or something, I could do anything I wanted to do on this pedal. And then maybe the cam drive would feel very weird. One other thing that I heard people say is that the direct drive works very well for heel down playing, which again for me makes a lot of sense, because in heel down playing, you know, the foot is not leaving the footboard, the foot is always connected to the footboard. So this sense of connection between the foot, the pedal, the direct link directly to the beater makes a lot of sense for me for heel down playing. And now, what I'm now doing is I use the direct drive pedal over there on my jazz kit, where I play mostly heel down, and there I really like it. I really like this pedal, you know, for quieter heel down playing, which is kind of paradox because a couple of minutes earlier I described it as a metal pedal and all the metal guys play it. But this can work for jazz really well, just because it works really well with heel down technique. But to end the discussion from my part here, my number one choice will always be the cam drive pedal. I'm very used to it. Again, I can play all the syncopated patterns that I want. I'm losing zero power. Everything I put in there comes out here. And this is just my tool. I really like the perfectly balanced feel I have for a couple of years now. And I'm sticking to it. I will never be, and I have no ambition of being a speed metal drummer, so I have no greater motivation to change to the direct drive full time. But again, as I've said, I like it on the jazz kit, and I will certainly pull it out of the box here and there, and try to challenge myself and yeah, see what I can do with it. I have to say the direct drive pedal gave me a real workout. You're kind of using different muscles for that. It's so different to play that different parts of your muscles in your shins and calves, contract and do different amounts of work than with the other pedal. I really had some muscle soreness and fatigue in places I didn't even know I had. We've talked a lot about feel, difference in feel today. It feels completely different and so on. And that's what it is. So of course, if you want to really know for sure what the difference is, you have to try them both. Please go out to a drum store or something and try both drive systems, try different kind of pedals. Maybe you find a drum store or an online store or something where you can even buy both pedals, try them out for a couple of days or weeks, maybe even, and then return them. There are some stores that offer like a 30-day money-back return guarantee. There you can order your FP9 pedals with both drives and try them out and send the one back you didn't like. Guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please, I've been talking a lot about my experiences. Leave your experiences in the comment section. If you have made any experiences that are valid to share, or maybe you have a question or something, leave it down there. I go through all the comments all the time, so you will certainly get a response out of me and we can have an interesting dialogue about bass drum pedals. Please also consider subscribing to the channel. Check out all the other stuff I'm doing here. For example, my completely free 17-episode course on hand technique right here. Check out all the other stuff as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.